So thank you everyone for joining this meetup. So let us quickly jump to our slides. Okay. So this is our 13th meetup, and our topic for today is naming convention. What we should use if you're designing a template, and how to generate project from that template using the Maven Archetype. This is very interesting topic. It will help a lot in your whenever you kickstart a project. Okay. So talking about our organizers. So we have three organizers for this Lucknow City Meetup. So I will quickly introduce myself. So this is Akib Javed. So I have total 7 years of experience. I'm currently working as a senior associate in Cognizant. So I am Mulesoft certified architect and a certified developer also. So I'm leading this meetup with Rutuja and Abhishek. Over to you, Abhishek.
Yeah, thank you, Yakub. So, hi, hello everyone. Hi, this is Abhishek. I'm working as a associate solution architect in Episaro. I'm a MuleSoft ambassador. I have overall of 6+ years of experience in IT and 4+ years in MuleSoft. I lead Lucknow and Guwahati MuleSoft Meetup, and also I'm a Meetup speaker. I'm a certified developer and architect. So that's all about me. Let's over to you, Akib.
Okay, so Rutuja is not there, right? Okay.
Yeah, she's not present. Present. She's
Okay.
not there.
Actually, Rutuja is also one of
And
our
Yakub,
co-hosts. Yeah.
Yakub, can you remove that sharing option? Can you hide it over the screen? Because, yeah.
Okay. So Rutuja is also one of our co-hosts. She is currently busy with something, so she is not able to join this meetup. Okay. So you can introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Akib. This is Sahil. So I have total 4+ years of experience, and I'm currently working as a associate in Cognizant, and I'm a active member of this Mulesoft community also. Although this is my first session, giving on this naming convention and Maven Archetype, and I'm also a Mulesoft certified developer also. Yeah, over to Akib.
Okay. Thanks, Sahil, for accepting the invite and giving your time on this very useful and interesting topic. So we will go through it. So let me quickly read the safe harbor statement. So both the speaker and the host are organizing this meetup in individual capacity only. We are not representing our companies here. And this presentation is strictly for learning purpose, and we do not hold any responsibility that same solution will work for your business requirement. Okay, and this presentation is solely for your education purpose, not for meant for any professional activities. And some quick housekeeping. So recording will be uploaded on the event page as well as YouTube, and questions can be submitted in the chat or in the Q&A. And if needed, we can enable the mic in between. So at the end, we will enable the mic so we can have an open conversation with the speaker. And we are waiting for your feedback. After this meetup, you will get the email for the feedback form. So please fill it. So we love feedback, and it is very essential for both the speaker as well the organizer for coming more better and better in the upcoming meetups. Okay, Sahil, if you want, you can share your screen, and I will stop presenting.
Okay, okay. I think share screen button is disabled for me.
You will get it now. Like Akib need to stop, then you will get it.
Okay, okay. Yeah, let me share my screen. Uh, and let me know when you can see it.
We are able to see.
Okay. Okay, so this is our agenda for our today session. So first, I will be covering this naming convention in Mule project. So whenever we are starting any Mule project, so what naming convention should we follow? Second thing, I will explain regarding this gold standard API template. So if we are starting any new team, so definitely we have a lot of members in our team. So to standardize particular uh, our project, so we can design a standard API template, and we can share with our team members also, so they can be creating project on the top of this template. So the third thing what we can do using Maven Archetype, using this about template, we can create project on the top of this template. So it will be helpful for everyone, so they can get everything whatever is defined in the API template itself. And the fourth one will be covering that what are the benefits of creating this project template from Maven Archetype. So let me start. So first thing is this regarding project naming convention. So basically, if we look according to the standards, there are four parts. First one is the context. Context we can define a small unique name that belongs to the API. So for example, here we have HR is the we can take an as HR example, and the second thing is the name. So name can be logical name of the application because in today's generation we are breaking down the single large application into multiple small components, right? So we can give, for example, here we have example employee benefits, so it can be like HR hyphen employee benefits. The third thing will be the API layer, so it can be the experience API or process API or the system API. So these three things are the like mandatory kind of things we should give in our project API specification project name. The fourth thing is the identifier. This we can skip also, but this is regarding interface fragment project identifier. So it typically values include, for example, we have HR employee types, so it is not relevant for interface specification project. So first three, context, name and layer, ideally we should follow this, and if we have want to follow identifier, definitely we can do this also. And the next thing is the project file structure. So this thing I will explain you in my API template also, and I will show you in Anypoint Studio also, like how to create externalize data, the DWL files, how to create a global element separate file, and how to uh, create a separate file, the common logic also, and for domain and the resource implementation also. So ideally, we should have these four files. Depend on requirement also, we can add many or more also. But as per standards, we can have this domain interface, domain implementation, common services, and global config. So domain interface can be the entry point of our project. So it can have the API router also. So this can route to particular implementation we have. So this can be come in second one, domain implementation.xml. So this can contain the business logic and transformation specific to particular method we are routing from the interface XML. Third thing is the common services. So there are some common flows or subflows we can define in our common services, and we can call them in implementation file. And the fourth thing, we have global configuration. So whatever the components we are using, so whatever configuration is there, so we can define all the configuration at a central place called global config.xml. For example, we have a HTTP listener, auto discovery ID, object store, etc. I will show you all these things in Endpoint Studio also. Fifth one is the global error handler. So any error handler, we need to define any global um, policy or something, any logic we need to define in our global error handler, so that we can define in this externalize global error handler .xml file. So this will helpful for routing all the error handling scenarios. So let me show you. Let me switch my screen to Anypoint Studio so I can show you this template. So this is the template I have created. So this can share between our among our team members also. So let me show you what are the XML files I have created. So let me show you first this global config. So if I show you these global elements, so these are some of the common global elements which we are using in our project. Based on the requirement of project, we can add as many configurations. So these are the basic level I have added. So after this, so more the team members or developers, they can add uh, more configurations also as per requirement. And this is the error files. So and these are the common error already we have defined. So based on requirement, we can define any other flow also. We can create custom flow also. We can create a custom error message also. So it all depends on requirement, but this will be a central place where we can define all our error handling methods. The third one is the interface. So here what we can define our routers. So all requests we can route to depends on the specific method or any business logic to our this implementation file. And the last one is the common services. So any subflow or any common recurring element is there in our Mule project, so we can define directly here. So it will be helpful for not duplicating the code also. And let me show you the how folder structure we are following in resources section. So for example, we are using some external DWLs file, so we can place all the DWLs here. So it will be helpful to find out the correct DWL also, and we can give the correct naming convention also. Any examples we have for particular API, so we can give the request and response also. And for all the environments, we can mention our properties file also, like dev, local prod, QA, and UAT. And if we have some SSL configurations, definitely we can um, place as per environment in respective folders. So right now, as you can see that there are many common libraries I already added. For example, this secure property, Salesforce, and Munit also enabled. So this is the common template we can use in our team. So we can publish this template in our Exchange portal also. So based on this template, now I will use the Maven commands, Maven Archetype commands. So on the top of this template, we can create our project. So let me show you that what all are the commands we are going to follow. So these are the three commands. So before hitting these three commands, let me show you what all prerequisites we need to follow. So first thing, Maven should be installed in your machine, except that is from default. And the second thing is the environment variable should set to Maven, as you can see in the screenshot also. So I already set it this path variable to this my Maven directory. And one more thing, we have .m2 folder, and let me show you. So we need to edit this setting file. Uh, just give me one moment. So this is the settings file. Small change we need to do in this file. We need to add this plugin groups that org.mule.tools. So these three prerequisites we need to follow before doing this Maven archetype. First one is this one, Maven should be installed. Second one is environment variable. And the third one, we need to edit this setting.xml file. So let me start with the commands now. First one is the Maven archetype that create from project. So what this command basically do is it will create a Maven archetype from our existing project. So in short, template on top of template. Let me run this command. And one more thing I think I missed. So there should be one archetype.properties should be present in your template. Let me show you. I already created one. You can see that we can give these three parameters: artifact ID, domain, and the API description. Depending upon your project requirement, we can place the value, sorry, here. So let me run this command. First, we need to go in the directory where this our template is lying. So this is success. As you can see that, um, just give me one moment. Yeah. So as you can see that we have created using this command. You can see this directory that under generated resources they have created one project based on this template on the top of template. So let me show you that what we have generated. Let me refresh. Mm, So in the target folder, this is generated right now. As you can see the timestamp also 1420, 1422. So this POM file is generated. One second. So this is the template is generated over top of our existing template. So you can see the POM file also. So this is the same thing generated whatever we have in our already existing template. As you can see that these were HTTP connector sockets and the and the Salesforce connectors, DB connector. So all things are there on this template on the based our existing template we have created. So let's move to second command. So second command is this one Mvn install. So it will do a Maven install and this will upload the artifact in our local.m2 repository. So let me run this command. To run this command, we need to go to in this directory according to our template. So now it is doing a Mvn install and it will copy our project to our local.m2 repository. Here you can see. So installing this one to our local M2 repository, my company template. So let me go to this directory, com my company and template. Mm, one second. Template archetype. So this is generated. We can open this file also. So these are the group ID and the artifact ID and the version. Using these things, we'll create a project. I can show you these things also. So this is the jar file we have created. We have copied in our local.m2 repositories. And this is the POM file. So here you can see all the details, group ID, artifact ID. So now we will be creating project based on this template and we can change these group ID, artifact ID and version also as per our requirement. So with the help of the third command. So this is the third command. Mvn archetype generate and here in the using arguments we can give this archetype group id artifact ID, and archetype version. So there are more arguments we can pass, but just for the giving a demo, we are passing these three also. So we can change our the project name also. So right now will be passing these three arguments. So here you can see that I have given this com.my company the same template archetype and the version. So let me run this command. We can go to any new folder where we want to save our this project generated from this Maven Archetype command. Let me, yeah, this is the new folder. So let me run this command here. So our project will be copied into this directory. Now it will go to interactive mode. It will take some time, and then it will ask us that what value you need to give for artifact ID, what version you want. As you can see that define value for a group ID. So now I will be giving the same thing, whatever we have in this form generated group ID. You can give your group ID also, artifact ID. And if you don't want to change this version, so instead of copying pasting, you can hit the enter also. So it will take a default value only. So as you can see that these are the properties configuration. First one is the group ID, artifact ID, version. I didn't provide any version name, so it is taking default one what it is showing here. And the fourth thing is the package. So if you want to create, just press Y and enter. So here you can see that project created from Archetype in directory this one. So this directory already we selected while giving the command. So we can go to this directory and see we have this template archetype generated. So what we'll do, this we can import in our studio. So this is the one way how we can generate an archetype project based on existing template. So let me import it. I think I need to rename this project existing one, or let me close it. Just let me rename this. Okay, let me delete it if it is not allowing me. Let me delete this also. Yeah, now let me import it. Mm, just 1 second. So as you can see that this is the project template archetype project we have generated. So all things are keep intact only. Let me try to open this global config. So as you can see that whatever we have defined in our template, so all things are copied into this project. So you can see the all the folder structure also there, all the libraries also there. So that's how we can create this project based on this Maven archetype command. So now let me explain some benefits of creating this. So first thing is obviously it will help standardize our project development, and it will be using pre-configured dependencies, and there will be a same unified version across all the connectors, because sometimes it happens, right? Some team member is using a connector of different version, and another team member is using a different connector version. So it will remove that problem, and it will help that all dependencies version will be the same across all the team members, and it will help us our speed up our development time also, and it will enable developers to easily follow the best practices. So I think these are the benefits, and definitely there are more benefits also. It will help unify log4j format also. So yeah, I am open to question and answers now.
Yeah. So if anyone has any questions regarding the running all the steps you want to repeat or some other question that you have, you can quickly ask Sahil. So Sahil, can you just quickly repeat the three steps for everyone, so if
Yeah.
everyone can follow the three command that we have to use?
Okay, let me summarize the whole discussion.
Yes. Yes.
First, we need to create a template. This can be template anyone can create, and anyone can exchange publish on the anypoint exchange. So based on that template, we need to create a template archetype using the Maven archetype commands. So let me show you the what all three commands we have. So these all three commands are there, and I will explain you the prerequisites also. Let me switch my slides back to prerequisites, because those are important. Otherwise, you will be getting error in generating project using these commands. So first one is the Maven should be installed in your machine. Second thing, you should set environment variable, whichever you Maven you have installed in particular directly. Third one, there is .m2 folder, and there is one setting.xml file. You need to edit that setting.xml file, and you need to give these three things: that plugin group org.mule.tools. And after completing all these prerequisites, we have three commands. So first one is this one, Maven archetype create from project. So what it will do, it will create a Maven archetype from a custom or existing project. That existing project we have template. So basically it will create a template on top of a template. So what it will do, it will generate inside that, you can see this directory, right? Target generated resources. So it will create a template inside your template generated resources directory. Let me again show you. So I think I have deleted that template, but it will show you in this directory, target generated resources. Though, so moving to the second command, we need to do a mvn install. We need to go to this directory, targeted generated resource archetype, and we need to hit this command mvn install. So what it will do, it will upload the artifact to your local .m2 repository. Then we need to go to that .m2 repository, and we can file our we can find our this pom.xml. So you will find all the details here also, and you can get all the details, that group id, artifact id, version, and all the details. And while hitting the third command, using arguments, we can provide group id, artifact id, archetype version, and many more arguments also. So this command we need to hit where we want to store our project, newly created project. So in my case, I have just created a new folder, and here I hit this command. And after hitting this command, so this template archetype project is generated. So this you can import in your studio, and you will find all things are there. So that's how we create template mule project using the Mvn archetype commands based on existing template. Yeah, I think this summarizes.
Yeah. Thanks, Sahil.
Okay.
So, if anyone has any question, they can quickly ask before we move to the quiz.